January 1st. It is the day we are collectively the biggest liars in history. Wake up, look around. The world feels different today, doesn't it? It feels pregnant with possibility. We tell ourselves, this is it, the clean slate. The fresh start this year will be different. This year, I will lose the weight. This year, I will write the novel. This year, I will finally be consistent. We drink the champagne, we buy the expensive planners, and we feel a surge of dopamine just by writing down our goals. But I need to share a statistic with you that is absolutely brutal. It is a cold shower for your enthusiasm. Do you know how many people actually keep their New Year's resolutions until December 31st? 8%. That means 92% of the people watching motivational videos today, pumping themselves up with hype, are going to fail. By February 15th, most gyms will be empty again. By March, the journals will be gathering dust. Why? Are 92% of humans simply lazy? Are they broken? Do they lack willpower? No, they fail because they are playing the wrong game. They are trying to solve a structural problem with an emotional solution. They rely on motivation, and motivation is the least reliable biological force we have. It is like the weather. It might be sunny right now, but a storm is coming, and you cannot build a skyscraper on a foundation made of clouds. Welcome to 2026. If you want to be among that elite 8% this year, you must stop dreaming and start engineering. We are not here to write a wish list. We are here to rewrite your operating system. The fundamental problem with New Year's resolutions is that they are obsessed with results. I want to lose 10 kilos. That is a result. I want to save $10,000. That is a result. I want to get a promotion. That is a result. Here is the uncomfortable truth. You cannot control results. You can never truly control the outcome. You can only control your actions and your environment. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, gave us a mental model that should be tattooed on the inside of your eyelids. We do not rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. Think of your life in 2026 as a high-performance vehicle. Most people spend January 1st polishing the hood, picking out a cool paint job, and talking about the destination. Those are the goals. But almost no one bothers to pop the hood and check if there is actually an engine inside. That is the system. If you do have an engine, or if your engine is rusted and broken, it does not matter how shiny the car is. It does not matter how much you believe in the destination. You aren't going anywhere. So, how do we build a Ferrari engine for your life? We need to shift our focus from resolutions to defaults. A default is what happens automatically when you do nothing. It is the path of least resistance. Right now, for many of you, the default behavior after a stressful day is Netflix and junk food. That is the path of least resistance. Our job today is to flip the script. We are going to design a life where the default behavior, the easy choices, the behavior that leads to success. We are going to install 3 layers of infrastructure: physical, digital, and psychological. Layer 1, the friction audit physical infrastructure. Let's start with the physical world, because it is the easiest to manipulate. The human brain is an energy-conserving machine. In other words, it is lazy. It wants to survive, not thrive. It will always, without fail, choose the action that requires the least amount of caloric effort. This is not a character flaw. It is biology. Your job as the architect of your life is to weaponize this laziness. You need to conduct a friction audit of your home. Friction is the effort required to start a task. You want to increase friction for bad habits and decrease friction for good habits. Do you want to read more in 2026? Stop trying to read. Stop wishing you read more. Look at your living room. Where is the TV remote? It sits right there on the coffee table, begging to be touched. Here is your first assignment. Take the remote. Take the batteries out. Put the remote in a drawer in the kitchen. Put the batteries in a drawer in the bedroom. Now place a book exactly where the remote used to be. Tonight, when you collapse on the sofa, you will reach for the remote. It won't be there. You will see the book. Your brain will do a quick calculation. I could walk to the kitchen, then the bedroom, find the batteries. That is too much work. I'll just read 2 pages of this book. You didn't use willpower. You used design. Do you want to exercise in the morning? Do not rely on morning you. Morning you is tired, cold, and grumpy. Morning you is a liar who will hit the snooze button. Evening you must be the servant of morning you. Lay out your workout clothes, not in the closet, right on the floor, in the doorway. So you literally have to step over them or put them on to leave the room. Fill your water bottle. Put your shoes by the bed. Eliminate every microsecond of decision-making. Decision fatigue is real. If you have to decide what to wear, where your shoes are, and if you have time, you have already lost. Make the good habit the path of least resistance. Layer 2, the identity shift psychological infrastructure. Now we go deeper into the mind. Most people set goals like this. I want to run a marathon. This is a fragile goal because on a rainy Tuesday in February, when you don't feel like running, you can rationalize, well, the marathon isn't until October. I can skip today. You are a person trying to run. True, lasting change only happens when you shift at the level of identity. You need to move from I want to do this thing to I am this type of person. Instead of I want to run, say I am a runner. What does a runner do? A runner runs. Even when it rains, even when they are tired, even when they are busy. They run because it is inconsistent with their identity not to run. Think about a smoker trying to quit. Person A is offered a cigarette and says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." Person B is offered a cigarette and says, "No thanks, I don't smoke." The difference is subtle, but massive. Person A still identifies as a smoker who is making a sacrifice. Person B has changed their identity. In 2026, stop asking, "What do I want to have?" Start asking, "Who do I want to be?" And then realize that every action you take is a vote for that identity. Every time you choose a salad over a burger, you cast a vote for I am a healthy person. Every time you write one paragraph, you cast a vote for I am a writer. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to win the majority of the votes. Confidence is not magic. Confidence is simply having a stack of proof that you are who you say you are. Layer 3, the failure protocol. How to handle the crash now. Let's talk about the part no one puts in their New Year's video. The failure, because you will fail. I guarantee it. There will be a week in February where you get the flu. There will be a crisis at work. You will miss the gym. You will eat the cake. You will doom scroll for 4 hours. Most people have an all-or-nothing mentality. They eat one slice of pizza and they say, "Well, I ruined my diet. I might as well eat the whole box and start again on Monday." This is the what the hell effect. It is a psychological phenomenon where a small slip-up leads to total abandonment of the goal. It is like dropping your phone on the floor and saying, "Well, it has a scratch. I might as well smash it with a hammer." You need a crisis infrastructure. You need a failure protocol. It is called the never miss twice rule. Missing one workout, that is the beginning of a new habit. That is the beginning of the end. When you fall off the wagon, and you will, Your only goal is to get back on immediately. The workout doesn't have to be perfect. It can be 10 minutes. The meal doesn't have to be a gourmet salad. It just has to be not pizza. Reduce the scope, but keep the rhythm. Consistency is not about never messing up. It is about never giving up. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Conclusion: the cathedral thinking. Let's zoom out. The year 2026 does not lie before you as a blank check. It is a construction site, and you are the foreman. Don't get lost in the dream of the finished cathedral. Focus on laying one brick today, just one brick. Lay it as perfectly as a brick can be laid. Create an environment where lifting that brick is easy. Believe that you are a bricklayer, and if you drop a brick, don't tear down the wall. Pick it up, dust it off, and keep building. If you do this, if you focus on the infrastructure, the defaults, the systems, you won't need motivation. You won't need to hype yourself up in the mirror. Success will not be something you chase. Success will be something you attract because you've become the person capable of holding it. Stop dreaming. Stop wishing. Start building. Let's make 2026 the year you finally stop starting over. Happy New Year.